I came across these few images that kind of depressed me. Bloody Palace update, co-op, DLC weapons, Dante's 4 classic weapons, Beowulf, V gets another summon, Phantom, Nero gets 3 new devil arms, and the major DLC, Dante and Virgil in Hell, 5 to 6 missions. Every mission is playable as Virgil, 2 to 3 missions optional with Dante, like mission 7, co-op with V and Nero. Virgil's main missions, he acquires a new devil arm, which has been pretty cool. Final boss is as cameo mode. Dante and Virgil fight them together. And then here's like the second wave, the second season of DLC for Devil May Cry. DLC weapon pack number 2, 4 classic more weapons for Dante, and a new devil arm for Nero, and another summon for V. Costume pack that's sure already been in the game. And major DLC 2, Ladies Night DLC, where you're able to play as the babes of Devil May Cry. Looking at this makes me sad that Capcom missed a good opportunity for these DLCs. I would have just minded with the first wave of DLC, just Dante and Virgil in Hell. I think that would have been cool, but hopefully we'll see that in Devil May Cry 6. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about here. Nitpicking Devil May Cry 5. Now, as the type of person I am, I nitpick a lot of stuff from movies, games, whatever. And I have a few nitpicks in Devil May Cry 5 that kind of annoy me. So, nitpicking Devil May Cry 5. Let's get started. Why the fuck do the loading screens take so fucking long? This probably might not affect a casual player, someone who just plays the game just once or twice. But for the hardcore fans, who like to play the game multiple times, to make multiple runs, to get that perfect S rank on higher difficulty levels, we have to wait a while for the cutscene to load, the mission screen to load, then pressing start, waiting another loading screen, and then you get to start the mission. And God forbid that if you fuck up on that run, on that mission, you get hit. You didn't get that perfect style points you wanted. You have to fucking restart the mission. It restarts the cutscene. It's a cycle. Now keep in mind, this is just for the PS4, right? I am not rich. I don't have a PC yet. I'm not sure if the PC owners have the same problem. I understand why it takes so long to load because of how fucking beautiful the game looks. The visuals look fucking amazing. And the PC, oh, don't get me started. So I can see why it takes a while, but even still, it's a pain in the butt. No costumes. Again, this mainly affects the PS4 users because God bless mods. They're a gift to us humans. In Devil May Cry 5, there's a bunch of mods. Beautiful mods, weapon mods, music, costumes, etc. The love for Devil May Cry in its mods show them in the fucking PC. But for the console versions, each Devil May Cry game since 1 had different types of costumes that you could choose from the mission start menu. And it would have been cool because Devil May Cry 5 looks so fucking beautiful. And it wouldn't have been a bless if they just gave us some costumes from the old Devil May Cry games. The Devil May Cry 1 costume, that's a classic. It looks good. It's been in mostly all the Devil May Cry games, except for. Even DMC had some alternative costumes. Even though they weren't the best, they had them, so I could give them props to that. It would have been so cool if us console owners could change the costumes for our characters. Yes, there are color changes that you could buy, or at least if you pre-order them, you have them. You can have different types of colors for the characters in the game. But come on, colors are nice and all, but we want costumes. I think that will be the better choice. Which is another reason why I want to get a PC and Devil May Cry 5 on the PC, just because of the mods. That's mainly the reason. Now, Dante's swords are weird, and when I mean by weird, I mean by useless, especially Sparta and Rebellion. Devil Sword Dante, that I could accept that because that's a new sword for Dante, new movesets, etc. That I could accept. But Rebellion and Sparta are basically the same sword, just by a few differences. The way Sparta changes into a spear when he spins his sword, and the little extra damage he does by the end of his stinger. But I feel like Sparta could have had a really different moveset from Rebellion, or like a scythe type moveset, because Sparta does change into a scythe. I wish they could have used that a little bit more. The sword turning into a scythe, using different moveset, more combos. That would have more reason for us to use the different types of swords that Dante has. But they all pretty much have the same moveset, except, you know, Dante, because Dante has the summon swords, etc. But I wish Dante's swords had, you know, better or expanded their movesets from the previous games. Dante Awakening Sin Devil Trigger is rushed. Now I feel like they could have expanded this a little bit more, Dante acquiring the Sin Devil Trigger. And I feel like he gets the power too quickly and gets Urizen too quickly. I wish they could have expanded that part a little bit more. I wish they could have ended mission 12 right when he acquires Sin Devil Trigger. And the next mission, you could test it out on some regular enemies instead of being thrown into a boss fight and figuring out how to use it. Plus, when you get Sin Devil Trigger, you get a new weapon, the Devil Sword Dante. And it has different movesets. Not too different, but the buttons are changed for that weapon. And the first time, it's kind of annoying because you get new moves and you're kind of used to the other moves, so you're kind of fucking up the mission. I fucked up, but let's not focus on that. Use it on some enemies first, getting to Urizen and fighting Urizen at that time in another mission to have, you know, to get used to a little bit with the new weapon. And I feel like could have been more time to go a little bit deep into Dante's past, a little bit more. Because even until now, even though there's been Devil May Cry, you know, the novels, the manga, from going into Dante's past, we know his past, but we don't know the full story. I feel like in the end of mission 12, at least when he was acquiring Devil Trigger, at least when he was acquiring Sin Devil Trigger, we could have gotten more memories from his past. You know, after his mother's death, what was he going through? Was he scared? I think going a little bit into that would have been a whole lot better. You know, Dante's true awakening. But that's just me. V's gameplay. Now, V is an interesting character because he does not play anything like Dante or Nero or even fucking Virgil. He plays completely fucking different. Now, he really doesn't do too much of the attacking. It's the summons that do a lot of his attacking, which is an interesting mechanic. I like that. But it sucks when you see some combo videos. You don't see a lot of V because there isn't really too much to do with V to do stylish combos. So mainly his demons do most of the attacking and he does the finishing blow. I feel like he could have played more like a mage, summoning demons, attacking with the demons. I think they could have been some pretty interesting movesets with the demons that he has. You know, Shadow, Griffin, Nightmare. But I don't understand why he plays like that because, you know, he is human. Because, you know, he is Virgil's human side. Oh, spoiler, it's been 7 months. Shut up. I understand they want to be different from Dante and Nero. V is the easiest character to play in Devil May Cry 5. Nero is in the middle and Dante is the hardest character to play if you want to do those stylish fucking combos. I wish V's gameplay was a little more, you know, more aggressive, more stylish, more fun, you could say. Not saying I didn't have any fun playing as V. It was interesting to play as V. It is very easy to play as V. And V's little plot twist, V's entire plan was to basically go back into Urizen, come back to his original form, Virgil. It all kind of made sense, but when the characters Trish, Dante, you know, they should have known something was up, especially Trish. When Trish was talking to V, Trish kind of picked it up. She knew that Urizen was not a demon from the underworld. There was no king named Urizen. She knew all along. And she knew V was something else. But Trish doesn't really tell the others, and especially Dante, when they all regroup. I think that would have been a better time to, you know, I think it would have been a great time to Trish tell Dante everything about it. But Dante being Dante, you know, he doesn't really care. He just wants to get down to Urizen and take him out. Because he knows who he is. And V technically did use Nero to get to Urizen for his help. Nero is an exception because Nero doesn't really know Virgil at all. He doesn't really know his past, etc. But Dante could have easily stopped him in that moment when he was merging with Urizen. He could have easily stopped him there. But let's all be honest, none of us really care about this little messed up plot twist because Virgil comes back. And that's pretty much what saves everything from this plot twist. No one really gives a shit that it doesn't make any sense because Virgil comes back. So we throw it out the window because Virgil's back. Trish and Lady were useless. They brought nothing to the story. They were just there for fan service that, you know, I didn't really mind because, you know, that ass. But even still, they were just useless. They were basically Kitty A. Well, at least when they got captured and rescued. That was basically it. They played a little mini Kitty A part. I just kind of wish we kind of seen more of them in action. You know, at least a cutscene on them kicking ass. At least being involved in the major plot. I think that would have been fantastic. And especially Trish. I feel like Trish should have played a much bigger role in a Devil May Cry story because Trish looks exactly like Eva, Dante and Virgil's mother. I feel like it should have been a scene where Trish sees Virgil and Virgil sees Trish. It would have had a big effect on Virgil because Virgil has never met Trish ever. You could argue he probably met her in Devil May Cry 1, but Virgil was corrupted, so it doesn't really count because he wasn't himself. His mind was kind of all over the place. He was suffering. So I feel like that would have been a big moment for Virgil, having, you know, memory lane happen to him. Seeing his mother, who he thought was dead, there. A good explanation or a good confrontation and a good scene would have happened if that was there. But again, Trish and Lady didn't play a big role at all. And Morrison's black. Why is he black? Now listen, I love a good brother. But even still, why is Morrison black? The only reason I could have seen them making him black is diversity, I guess you can say. It's so weird because of those who've seen the anime know that Morrison is a white guy, and then we see him in Devil May Cry 5, he's black. Like, why is Morrison black? And it's funny, but hey, I'll accept any brother, right? I'm not a racist, I swear. And that's pretty much me nitpicking Devil May Cry 5. Now keep in mind, because I think some people might take this to heart and might think that these are the reasons why it's a bad game. Keep in mind that these things that I just nitpick do not affect the game at all whatsoever. Does not mean this game does not live up to the hype that it is. Devil May Cry 5 is it's a good fucking game. These are just my opinions that I have. These are little nitpicks, but they don't affect the game at all. This is just me having fun, nitpicking some stuff. Those are pretty much all the major nitpicks I have. There's some other nitpicks you could say I have, like the Fury being a bitch. But that's not really important to me. This is just me having fun, nitpicking Devil May Cry 5 because these actually did kind of annoy me a little, but they don't take away from the game, don't get me wrong. This is still a fantastic game, and it's fucking worth having. So I hope you guys enjoyed my Devil May Cry video for the fucking month. Devil May Cry 5 Blue Orb Hunt coming soon. When I mean soon, I mean like in fucking 3 years or so. Let me know what kind of annoys you in Devil May Cry 5. What don't you like? Nitpick some stuff. Just let me know your nitpicks about this fucking game. So yeah, next up will be Devil May Cry Blue Orb Hunt. Anyway guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Later.